running through the evens together, and then the odds are what you're responsible for on your own. We're going to be doing more practice on this snowflake method of factoring. First step, number one thing, factor out a GCF if possible. Factor out GCF if possible. Okay, all of these that we're doing today, it's possible. So just know that. You are going to factor out a GCF. Some of them are going to be more obvious than others. Like problem number 4, I can see right away that I can take a 5 out of everything because they end with 5 and 0. This one might take a little thought. I might have to play around with my calculator to see what's going in it. And so, but just know that you're going to have to factor out a GCF out of all of these. The second thing is make the snowflake. You remember how that works, hopefully. That's the fill in. Remember, on the top, it's the product of the front and the last. On the bottom, it's the middle. And then on each of the sides, it's A times the variable, A times the variable. And that's something that we forget kind of a lot. I gotta move this over, sorry. That AX thing. And then you find your two numbers that multiply to be the top, add to be the bottom. So they multiply to be AC, add to be B. That's what you're looking for. And then the third thing is, after you do your reducing in your snowflake, the third thing is write your answer with the parentheses. It's GCF parenthesis for your answer. Remember that you've got to put all of those things in there, like this will be your final answer that you write. Keep in mind when I talk about these A and B's, A, C, and B's, every problem is AX squared plus BX plus C. That's kind of the order of the values that go in, okay? So, when I look at this problem, like I said, this one was going to maybe be a trickier one. So I start with like 21, and I know that 3 goes into 21, and I know that 7 goes into 21. So I'm going to do on my calculator 171 divided by 3, see if that goes in there. It does. And then 171 divided by, hold on. 171 divided by 7, does 7 go in there as well? No, it doesn't. So 3 is the one, and Lucy, you checked them all. 3 works for all of them. Okay, great. So we'll take out a 3 in front. That leaves me with 7x squared plus, and then 171 divided by 3 was 57x minus, then I do the 162. 162 divided by 3 is 54. So that's my GCF. I set this up always at the bottom so I don't forget to put the 3 in, because that's a common thing I see people do. They don't put the 3 in there when they're done. And then now I'm going to make my snowflake. So 7 times negative 54. Again, I'm going to depend on my calculator. 7 times negative 54. That's negative 378 on top. And on the bottom, it's positive 57. And then I'm using this value, 7x and 7x. That's my setup on that. And now this is the part that gets a little bit tricky, because I'm going to have to try and find these two numbers. And we talked about a technique of doing that the last time we were together a couple days ago. Remember, you just start with 1 and 378. And I just keep taking my calculator and trying all the numbers. 1 and 378. I can't do anything with 1 and 378 to get 57. So I take my calculator and I do 378 divided by 2 and see what I get. 189, so it's 2 and 189. You don't even need to write this down, just know what you're looking for. You can just kind of keep plugging stuff into your calculator and see what you get. 2 and 189, I'm not getting 57, so I go back to it. 378 divided by 3 and see what I get. 126, so it's 3 and 126, still no 57. So 378 divided by 4. 94.5, it didn't go in evenly, so I don't even bother writing it down. 5, I know 5's not going to go in there because it doesn't end in 5 or 0, so I'll try 6. 378 divided by 6. Doesn't go in even. 378 divided by 7. 7 and 54. It looks like I'm getting closer to 57, but still there's nothing I can do with 7 and 54. Keep going. 8 doesn't go in. 378 divided by 9. 9 and 42. Still nothing. I know 10 doesn't go in. 378 divided by 11. Nope. 378 divided by 12. Nope. 378 divided by 13. Oops, that I didn't hit right. So I'll try it again. Nope. 378 divided by 14. 14 and 27. 14 and 27. Looking there. I'm still not finding it. I'm looking back. I feel like I've done so many of them and I'm still not finding it. Want to make sure that I did all the right work. 171 divided by 3. That middle one should be, yes, 57. So I have the right number there. 171 divided by 3. 162 divided by 3. 54. Okay, so I'm going to try some more. I know it's not 15. I'll try 16. So 378 divided by 16. 378 divided by 17. 378 divided by 18. 18 and 21. Still not getting that. Did I miss one?
Yeah.
Which, it's 6? I thought I was going too far, so let me try. 378 divided by 6. I must have plugged in 6 and 63. Oops. Thank you, Lucy. I thought I was going too far. If that happens, go back and double check. You notice how I'm checking my stuff? You said 6 and 63?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 and 63 are the ones that worked. I just made a mistake up there. Oops. It happens to all of us. Okay. So now I have to decide one of these is going to be positive and one of them is going to be negative because I need a negative product. And definitely the 6 is negative. Okay. Next thing I have to do is reduce this side here. I can't reduce this first side, so I can reduce this other side. So I'll take my thing and cross that out. It's x and 9 because 63 divided by 7 is 9. So when I write my answer, I have 7x minus 6 and x plus 9 would be my final. Don't forget to do the simplifying. Again, that's a common mistake that people have. Okay, running through problem number 4. Go through that same process. What can I take out of everything? I can take a 5. That's 7x squared minus 20x plus 12. I'm going to set up my answer so I don't forget the 5 in front. I'm going to do that on the bottom. Then I do front times last, 84, and negative 20, 7x, 7x. Two numbers that multiply to be 84, add to be negative 20. 1 and 84. 2 and 42. I don't know if 3. 3 and 28. 4 and 21. Trying to get negative 20 when I add them together. So one's going to have to be Oh, it looks like they're both going to have to be negative because the top is positive. So 84 divided by 5 isn't going to work. 84 divided by 6. 6 and 14. Oh, 6 again. Great, because negative 6 and negative 14 will give me negative 20. Then reduce. This is x minus 2, because I can divide the top and the bottom both by 7. So when I put my final answer, it's 7x minus 6, x minus 2. The bigger the numbers, the more you're going to have to look for a greatest common factor. So you just start playing around with this. When we move on to number 6, 54, 252, and 294. I always think of all the things that can go into 54. I can divide everything by 2, but can I go higher than that? Can I do 54 divided by 4? Nope. Can I do 54 divided by 6? Yep, that's 9. So now I'll try everybody with 6. 252 divided by 6. Yep, 42. So I'm going to start with 6. 50, oops, that would be 9r squared minus 42r, and then 294 divided by 6 plus 49. Sometimes I need to check it again to see is there anything more that I can take out of everything, because sometimes I don't get everything out in the first time. Like if you started with 2 right away, you would find that you could still simplify it even more. So just play around with the numbers. And if you're not sure, like always, just ask me. And then we can kind of go through all the different possibilities and see if we can find something. I'll try to make them not too big for you when we're doing it, especially now when we're practicing. But I need 9 times 49 on the top. So 9 times 49 on the top. Oops, 9 times 49. This calculator drives me crazy. 441 on the top. And then negative 42 on the bottom. 9r, 9r. And then I'll start going through the possibilities. 1 and 441. 2's not going to go into it because it's not even, so I'll try 3. 441 divided by 3. That's 147. Again, I want it to be negative 42, so I need both of them to be negative because the top number is positive, the bottom number is negative. 3 and 147 isn't going to work here. 4 won't work again. If it's not even, if 2 doesn't go into it, none of the even numbers will go into it. So I don't even need to try them. So 441 divided by, I'm not going to try 4 because it's even. I'm not going to try 5 because it doesn't end in 0. I'm not going to try 6 because it's even. I'll try 7. 7 and 63. Nope. 441. I'm not going to try 8 because it's even. I'll try 9. 9 and 49. I'm getting closer, but still not at 42. I'm not going to try 10. I'll try 11. Nope. I don't know why I tried 12 because I knew it didn't go in there. Okay. 441 divided by, did I miss it again? Because I do that. 441 divided by, not 12, 13? Nope. 15 won't work. 16, 17? Nope. 18 I know won't work again. It's even. 19? Nope. 20 won't work, so I'll go 21. Oop, 21. Had to do a lot of them on that one, but I finally found it. 21 and 21. Again, just keep playing with your calculator. And then reduce if you can. Sometimes, as in this case, you're going to be able to reduce both sides. I can divide them both by 3. So this is 3r minus 7. and 3r minus 7. So when I write my answer, 6, I forgot to write that setup for it, I have two identical factors in that one. Again, we're going to start the same way, keep kind of practicing through it. Look at the values, see what I can take out of everything. I'm going to try 6 again, because I know 6 goes into 36. Let's see, 208 divided by 6. Nope. So what else goes into 36? 4. Let's do 208 divided by 4. 52, and 48 divided by 4 is 12. So I'm going to do 4. That's 9a squared plus 52a minus 12. Then I check to see if I can take anything out of each of those. I know I can divide by 3. I'm going to try 52 divided by 3 to see if that goes in there. It doesn't. So there, I have no other number that I can take out. So 4 is the biggest, and then I'll do my setup down at the bottom. I think the greatest common factor part is sometimes the hardest part, because it's the one that doesn't have a whole big plan to do. You just have to keep sort of trying. Keep trying what you can do. So the top is negative 108. I got that by multiplying 9 and negative 12. The bottom is 52. 9a and 9a. And now I'll start that process again of 1 and 108. Can't do anything to get 52. 2 and 54. I think I found this one right away. I love it when it happens right away. 2 and 54. If I put 2 and 54, I need to make the 2 negative, so I end up with a positive 52. The more you practice, the quicker they get. Sometimes, like in the beginning, when you make a mistake, it happens. Just go back and start to check and play around. So I can reduce again on this one. Divide the top and the bottom both by 9. I get a and 6. So my final answer is 4 parentheses 9a minus 2 and a plus 6. And one last one that we'll do together, and then you're on your own to finish the odds. That's your assignment for the day, finish the odds. So we'll look at problem number 10, scan through. I'll take any input from anybody. What can go into 48, 84, and 30? 2? Anything bigger? Did you try anything bigger? So let's do 2. 2 is 24a squared plus 42a plus 15. Can I get 3 into any of these? Okay, so yeah, if I did, so I can do 2 times 3 if I can pull out another 3 here. We started with 2, and then notice that 3 comes out of those. Then this is 8a squared plus 3 goes into 42, 14a plus 5. So then this number here is 6 on the bottom. And that's kind of what Lucy said. Lucy tried again, and you can go back up to the beginning and do it, or you can work off the one you already broke down. So keep that in mind when you're setting that up. I'm going to put everything in its spot. I get 40, 8a, 8a, and 14. Like I said, some of them are going to be challenging. Some are going to take a lot of time. Some of them will jump out at you immediately. This one jumped out at me immediately. 2 numbers that when I multiply them, I get 40. When I add them, I get 14. 4 and 10. So if you can get by without doing the list, you can do that as well. But sometimes the list is a helpful technique. So then I have to cancel. I can divide both of those by 4, so I get 2a and 1. I can divide both of these by 2, so 4a and 5. So when all is said and done, it's 6 parentheses, 2a plus 1 and 4a plus 5. And again, your job is to try to work through the odds, as many as you can. Just try them and see how you do. We've got about 15 minutes left in class here.